So in this session, we will talk about SQL constraints. Constraints are the rules of enforcement to maintain the valid data in your columns in SQL Server. So there are different type of constraints available in SQL Server. So these are like not null, default, unique, primary key, foreign key, check constraint, indexes. So let's go one by one how these constraints work. So let's start with not null constraint. Not null constraint by default, what happen when you create any table, when you define that is not null, that means you will not be able to store null values in that particular column. Let's say, for example, we are creating a customer table where we have defined that ID will be not null. So what will happen? ID will never be null. You have to pass the values. If you will not pass values while inserting the data in your table, it will give you error, violation of constraints, especially for null. So in SQL, what you can do, let's say you have this ID and you want to make not null, you just need to add not null. Simple. So this is the place where you can define your constraint. I will create this table and show you how it will impact your table while you will be inserting null values. Now let me go on the next, that is default constraint. You can set a default value for your particular column. Let's say we have a salary where we want to set a default value as 5,000. So what you will do, you will be writing default 5,000. So here we have salary. If you want to set a default value, you can write default as 5,000 like this. So this way you have set that my constraint default, which will be 5,000. How it will create the impact? If you will not call this particular field in your insert statement, by default it will accept a value which will be 5,000. Then we have unique constraint. Unique constraint prevents two records from having identical values. That means you cannot insert duplicate value in your table, for especially for that particular column. Let's say we have defined a unique for age, or here let's say we have address. We don't want to put a duplicate value in the address column. So what I will do, you can simply write unique. That's it. So here you have added unique constraint for address, so it will never be duplicate. Or let's say you have email address of your customer, so email address generally it will be unique. So what you can say, I have an varchar data type having length of 30 and I want to make it unique. So you will be writing it like this. You can have multiple unique constants in your table. So the repeated information will not be stored in the email address field. Then we have primary key constraint. Primary key is a field in a table which uniquely identify each record. So like unique will also store the unique value. Primary will also unique will hold the unique values. Then what is the difference between primary key and unique key? So what is the difference? Basically you can have one and only one primary key in your table, but unique constraints can be multiple. That is the biggest difference. There is one more difference that you can call out. Unique key can store one null value, while primary key cannot hold null values, even not a single value, not a single null value. Like here you cannot store null. So let's say I have a id and primary key will be a main reference key. So id is a main reference key and you can define it like this. Okay, if you want to create concatenated primary key on id and name, then you will be putting it like this, id and name. So with the combination of id and name, it will be unique. I want to create this primary key on id field right now on this table. Now we have We have multiple options. Here we have ID and name. If we want to see, we can see that. You can create and see how it will work. We have one more constant, foreign key constant, that we will be covering later. Before that, I would like to cover check constant. Check constant is basically you can check a particular value. Let's say we have a age column where we want to define that age should not be lesser than 18. So what we can say, check age is greater than or equal to 18. So that means age, the value that will be passing under age column should be more than or equal to 18. So that way you can check. Then we have index, that we will talk later. First, let's execute this and create this customer table under, let's select this SQL class batch 201 where we don't have any customer table. So now I am going to create this table. This table got created with the name customer. Now I will show you how to insert the value in this table. So you can write insert a statement. We will be talking about insert and other statements later. I mean, to explain you better, I will take this example. So here what we have insert statement. The insert into works like this. Insert is into customer, then values will be coming. So here you can pass your values. Here there is a optional field, you can call your columns. Insert into customer and write go statement so that it will be considered as a separate statement. So here we have a customer table that we have created. Just make sure there is no typo error. I don't know why this is showing that invalid object name while the object is already created. Sometime it happens, nothing to worry. Now we have ID, name and age. So I'm going to define the column names here. ID, name, age. Let me just scroll it down. Age, we have email address, we have address, we have salary. So now I will be passing my values here. So SQL is not line sensitive, not case sensitive language. So you can write your statement anywhere. It is not line sensitive query language. Like if you will check Python, Python is case sensitive, line sensitive, everything is there. So here we have insert into customer ID, name, age, email address, salary, values, and many more. Now I want to define ID as 101, name as let's say I have given one name, Rahul, age as 30, then we have email address. Let's say I have given as Rahul at the rate wi-fi learning.com. Then we have address. Let's say I have given Noida sector 63 like this. Salary, let's say I have given 10,000 or 50,000. So like this I have given my values. Let me execute and see the result. This is working fine. Now I want to see what happened in this table. Select a star from customer. So you can see the record. This got inserted. Now I will show you the violation of not null constraint. What you will do, to not null, you can delete the call, delete this ID field from here and see the impact. Okay. So first thing, I have removed this 101. Now I have started from name. So what value will be going under ID? ID is not null and primary key also. So let's see what kind of error we are going to get. First thing, value null into ID. So that means this cannot be null. This is violation of not null constraint. So you have to pass the not null constraint. Let's say I have passed ID with the same. So this is not null. Now I will give you the example of violation of primary key. So earlier it was 101, so I am going to pass the same thing. So this is the violation of primary key. I will execute, you will see that we are getting a different violation error. This is primary key. As I said, primary key will contain unique value. It is duplicate because then 101 is already there. So cannot insert duplicate key in object DBO customer. The duplicate key value is 101. So you cannot store 101. Now let's say I made it 102. Now it should accept it, right? But there are so many unique values also. Unique constants are there, right? Email address and address. So it will give you different error now. Let's see. It is giving you unique constant error. This has to be unique again. So Noida sector 63 is the violation. So now if you will make, let's say 64, if I will make it like this, let me see what we are getting. It is giving another unique constant error, that is for the email address. So if you will change, let's say Rahul underscore T, it should accept. One row got inserted. So this way you can maintain your table properly. Like you don't want to allow a particular value, you can control on that. As of now, we have not seen what is the impact of default and check constant. Let's see what is the impact of default and check constant also. Let's say I have inserted 103 and now I will change the name. I don't want to create any violation now apart from check and default constant. So let's say I have given name Sumit. Sumit at the rate Wi-Fi learning. Now I don't want to pass the salary column. I want to get the default constant for this. So just remove salary. Salary is having default constant. So let's see how it will work. This is giving unique constant. Okay, I have not changed this one. This has to be changed. 72. Let me put it like this. Salary we have not passed. So let's see what we are getting here. We are getting 5000, which is a default value. If you will not pass default constant, you will get default constant error. Now what we have? We have one more constant, check constant. How check constant is working? Age should be 18. As of now we have entered 30, so it is accepting everything. Now I am going to insert 15. See what kind of error we are going to get. 104 and then Rohit, and let's say I have entered Rohit at Wi-Fi learning, Noida sector 71. Let's see, and default we will get 5000. That's fine. Insert a statement, check constant. We are getting check constant because age is 15. If you will change it, only then you will be able to, it will accept. If you will make it 18, it will accept, because we have defined that age should be equal to or greater than 18. So that's how we have covered different constraints in practice. Like we have covered not null, default, unique, primary key. Foreign key we have not covered, we will be covering it. Check constant we have covered. Now I will show you what is foreign key. Foreign key is very important constant. Okay, foreign key is actually key that link two tables together. This is sometimes called as referencing key because we create references from one table to another. Let's say, for example, what happen when you purchase any product from any e-commerce company, let's say Amazon. If you are not a customer, you cannot place order. First you have to be a customer, then you will become, you can place the order. So how it is actually interrelated? When you go on order table, it check the data in customer. If you are not as a customer, you are not registered as a customer, it will not allow. So like that concept, I will show you how it works. So I have created customer table. I'll create order table here. In order table we have how we create foreign key. So we use reference keyword in SQL and define the table and column to create the references. Like this, we have a order table that we have created, and now this order table is referenced with customer ID of customer table. Now let me insert values into it. Insert into orders. Again, orders. We have columns and then values like this. Insert into orders. We have ID, we have date, we have customer ID, we have amount like this. Values, we have, let's say ID is 101, then ID, let's say 1, date, let's say 1 2023. Then we have amount, let's say we have amount as 2000 like this. So, and there is a customer ID also. Before that we have to pass the customer ID. So let's say customer 101 has purchased this order. It is working fine because in the select statement, if you will see in the customer table, we have 101 listed, while in this order table, if you will see, we have insert 101 as a customer who has purchased order number 1, amount is 2000. What if customer is not registered? What if customer is not registered? Let's say who is not registered? Let's say I have made 2 and the customer is 1010 2000. Now what will happen? It will give you error. This is a foreign key constraint error. Okay, the conflict occurred in database on this table on the column ID because this 110 is not registered as a customer. So if this data, this particular in this column, if the value is not available, it will give you foreign key constraint error. So this is mandatory to have the values in the main reference table, which is customer. So this is how foreign key works. Foreign key is actually main referencing key between two tables if you want to create the reference. We have one more concept left, which is index. The index is used to create and retrieve data from database very quickly. So indexing is very important, and which will give you, I mean, it creates row ID in the backend which retrieve the data quickly. So like when you create for a primary key on your table, by default it creates the clustered index. So how you will see, you can write sp underscore help command on your customer table and you can get the details. Sp underscore help customer we have created, and you will see that we have already created a constraint on primary key, and there would be references also on this table. We have index. You can see we have created clustered index automatically. Okay, so data retrieval, in data retrieval it will be helping clustered unique primary key located on this id column. When you create unique key, it creates non-clustered unique key, unique constant, email address. On address we have created one more constant, unique constant. So we have already created, by default it creates non-clustered unique constant. So this is how your indexes works. Thanks for watching this video. We will meet you in the next session.